Hey everyone, Armando here, and welcome to week 7 or topic 7. So you have this week and then one more week to go. So let's make sure that we finish strong. Very important. I am going to be going over your CLC profiles in leadership presentation, how to submit it, what it should look like. So make sure that you watch this entire video. As we normally do, let's go in over here on the left through the topic section. And let's click on topic 7. So what are we doing this week? Well, we're going to focus on some very important topics. We're going to look how the followers' growth through certain leadership. We're going to be analyzing those followers. We're going to explain the importance of meeting those followers' needs in servant leadership. Remember, you can't lead unless you have followers. And then we're going to analyze the profile of a leader. And this is the CLC assignment that each of you are working on individually, but one person will submit on behalf of the team. So as always, you've got your 2 mandatory discussion questions. And again, some students are still losing points in the participation category. So again, make sure that you have, at least 6 peer replies with open-ended questions so that you can maximize those points. Okay, just like you did in topic 6 or week 6, you will be completing the peer evaluation form. Again, that form can be located over here in the classroom resources. And if you have the form from last week, you can always just delete the content and redo it again. Remember, this will be specific to topic 7. So do not rate or judge your peers or in your group based on what they did last week. It's based on what they do now here in topic 7 for this leadership presentation project. Okay. So now let's go over the actual CLC so that you understand how you're going to be graded and how you can do your best to maximize the full 80 points of the project. So by now, hopefully you've already chosen your leader and you have begun that interview process. Again, as a reminder, it cannot be a family member. So a supervisor, an educational leader, civic or business leaders, religious leaders, a small business owner, someone that you believe qualifies for this project. So again, the assignment called for the group to establish the main core questions that needed to be chosen. So again, from this list here, it says to pick 4 questions. So a reminder that all of you in your group will be asking the exact same 6 questions. So the directions ask you to pick 4 questions from this pool of 9 right here. If you were on the live Zoom meeting at the beginning of the course, I talked about kind of setting up and establishing these questions early so you wouldn't have to wait now until topic 7. Now, in addition to these 4 questions that you have to choose as a group, the assignment called for you to develop 2 additional questions. So 4, and then these 2 down here means that you all are going to ask a total of 6 questions. Now, again, I mentioned this in the Zoom meeting. If I were your group, to make it much easier, you can see here you have 9 questions in this question bank. I would just choose 6 right from here. That way you don't have to worry about, meeting with your team or developing a brand new question when you already have 9 possible selections right here in this pool of questions. Okay. So again, you need 6. Once your group has decided on the 6, then those will be the 6 questions that each of you will ask the leader that you have chosen for this project. Again, this is an individual project. Each of you are conducting your own interview with your own chosen leader, but then you'll come together as a group. Everyone submits it inside of the group forum, and one person will submit all of the interview PowerPoints on behalf of the team. So again, some things that you want to keep in mind here, okay, as we move forward. You're going to be, again, doing a slideshow. Make sure that your first slide has your name and also introduces the leader and maybe where he or she works from. If you have a picture, that will be great. You will be seeing a sample project here on the next video as well. So again, make sure that all these things are aligned and that you've answered them as a group. So again, for the most part, most students submit somewhere between 5 to 7 slides per interview, okay, per interview. So each of you should really be focusing in on trying to create about 5 to 7 slides so that you get all the information in. Again, do not forget that these slides, I'm sorry, I know that looks like a W. These slides should have a notes section. Remember, the notes section, okay, is where you have the bulk of your content. That will not be located on the actual slide. Again, just like you did for topic 6 in the vision and mission analysis, your notes section will play an important role in having that information, resources, and everything else. Again, as a reminder, okay, you're creating a PowerPoint. As a reminder, APA is not required because when you submit PowerPoints, APA is not required, but you want to make sure that you have, strong, obviously academic writing, strong grammar, and all of those things, because we will be looking for that. Okay. We do have a rubric, so make sure that you follow the rubric, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then again, because it's a PowerPoint, you do not need to submit that to Lopes Write. And talking about the rubric, again, if you go through this section, I would open up the rubric located right here and look at all the different categories on how you are going to be graded. And as a reminder, before we wrap up this video, do not forget that your weekly resources are located over here on the right-hand side. So these are the resources that you should be using for your discussion questions and maybe even for your project, as far as having some form of reference or source that connects to your leadership presentation. Okay, so on the next video that you will receive, it will be a sample PowerPoint on how a group of students put together their project. I just want you to watch the format. I want you to watch the notes section. And again, this is an individual assignment, so all of this will be based on your interview with your leader. Okay, if you have any questions, definitely let me know inside of either the messages tab, which is private between you and I, or again, you can definitely use the class questions, which is public, or you can use our Telegram channel and post a question in there as well. Okay, let's make sure we finish strong. The course is not over. We still have this week and one more week to go. And some of you are hinging on a grade going up or down by just a few points. So again, some of the key things to do for success is to submit everything on time. Don't lose points for submitting DQs late, submitting assignments late, because that may come back to hurt you when it comes to your final scoring at the end of the course. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.